Greetings, my name is Tamika Cage and I'm a solutions engineer with Splunk and I support the Army. Today we're going to talk about Splunk, the data to everything platform, and also our Splunk Cloud solution. I'd like to thank everyone for taking time to view this presentation because you could have been anywhere online, but you're here with me. Before we begin, just wanted to quickly note that while we may talk about products and features that may become available in the future, you should base your purchasing decisions on the most current available technology. A little bit more about me. Again, I am Tamika Cage. I have been with Splunk for 2 years and as a solutions engineer, and I support Army Tactical and Army Enterprise accounts. I've spent 10 years in IT, and that has been mainframe servers, enterprise storage, a little bit of Oracle database, and cloud and data analytics at Splunk. And in my spare time, I love to read, and I also was an avid traveler before the pandemic began. So our mission at Splunk is to make machine data accessible, usable, and valuable to everyone. And Splunk was created to address these data challenges. We unlock machine data so anyone can ask any questions and get clear answers in real time. Now, you may still be thinking, well, what exactly is Splunk? Splunk Enterprise is the leading platform for real-time operational intelligence. We take the machine data generated by your IT systems and your technology infrastructure, things sitting in your data center, and that could be physical, virtual, or in the cloud, and we turn that into valuable insights. We help you make sense out of it. And every company, every organization has a universe of real-time data. Now you have your traditional stuff, again, that sits in the data center, servers, storage, networks, switches, but then you have all this new technology. Everything is connected to the internet, everything is a smart device, and that also is generating machine data. Unfortunately, this is what machine data looks like. And as you can see, it doesn't really make sense as soon as you look at it. These are 10 examples from 10 different vendors. And the only thing common across them, I think, is the day and the time. But it really does not make sense. There's no standard format for machine data. But there's valuable information in this. So Splunk takes things like those machine data, so logs, events, metrics, inventory, and brings it into Splunk. So that's where the magic happens. We allow you to correlate it, normalize it, enrich it, and then because of that, you can now search it, you can visualize it, making it look more pretty, and then also apply machine learning to it. And with all this, you can ask questions: what, when, where, why, who, how. And we not only want you to be reactive, we want you to be proactive. So if it's a negative situation, preventing that from happening again, or maybe it's positive and you want to continue that trend. Here are more examples of machine data. So your servers, your storage, firewalls, databases, custom applications, out-of-the-box applications. And that could be on-prem in your data center. Maybe you have a private cloud in your organization and also a public cloud, so an AWS or an Azure. And that's all going to come into Splunk Enterprise or Splunk Cloud, and you're going to search and investigate. Figure out what's going on. Maybe you just want to proactively monitor everything to make sure everything is okay. And then operational visibility, being able to see things end to end and also seeing things in real time and not after the fact. Our most common use cases in the DoD are compliance, security, and IT operations. So Splunk as a service, which is essentially our Splunk Cloud solution. That allows you to turn data into answers with Splunk, the core product, deployed and managed securely, reliably, and scalably as a service. So not long ago, IT was all about perpetual licenses. That's what companies asked for, and that's what we sold. Customers liked actually owning the software. But as the software began to age, you know this story, You can't keep up with the latest releases, the upgrades, or the updates. And the infrastructure was almost always hosted on-prem, and the admins were responsible for all of this. But it's changing. The transition from on-prem to cloud is the biggest technology transformation from the past decade, which is essentially my career. I came in working on mainframe servers and watched how cloud just essentially blew up. And there's impact and opportunity from this transformation. So our focus is to ensure that our customers are able to do more with their data while they can focus less on the back end. So here are the benefits of having Splunk Cloud as a service. Fastest time to value. You can go live in as little as 2 days. The software upgrades are managed, so you always have the latest functionality. Eliminates infrastructure requirements. So Splunk is provisioned and the infrastructure is managed, and therefore you have a turnkey cloud-based data analytics solution. And then also maximize value from limited resources. With your IT backend managed by Splunk experts, you can focus on acting on your data. Here are the 3 simple steps when it comes to implementing Splunk Cloud. 1, you onboard your data. 2, you onboard your users. And 3, boom, you get value from your data. Everything in the back end is taken care of by us. Now, I know you're all wondering, well, just how secure is Splunk Cloud? Splunk Cloud is SOC 2 Type 2 and ISO 27001 certified, and we provide dedicated cloud environments for each customer, as well as encryption in transit and optional encryption at rest. Cloud vetting is a process that determines whether an app or an add-on can be used in Splunk Cloud. And all installed apps will have to go through this process. And then for private apps, they are evaluated against a set of criteria for use in Splunk platform deployments. And only our Splunk Cloud operations organization has command line access. So there's a lot of things that are happening to make sure that the data is safe. If you are a customer that requires PCI or HIPAA security standards, Splunk also offers a PCI or HIPAA certified cloud environment. And at least once a year, Splunk Cloud Premium environments, they undergo a security audit, and it's performed by an independent third party. And that attests to the effectiveness of the controls Splunk has in place. And that's to safeguard the systems and operations where the customer content is processed, stored, and or transmitted. And we also maintain a comprehensive security program designed to protect your data confidentiality. And as mentioned on the previous slides, we have been certified by independent third-party auditors to meet FedRAMP, SOC 2, SOC 3, and ISO security standards. And again, if you need PCI or HIPAA, we have that available. But Splunk Cloud is the first FedRAMP authorized data analytics and security analytics cloud service. So let's talk a little bit more about FedRAMP. Splunk Cloud meets the FedRAMP security standards at the moderate impact level. And because of that, we help U.S. federal agencies and their partners drive confident decisions and decisive actions at mission speeds. Now, agencies can just ingest data once, and they can do it in real time. And they can use that same data to address a variety of challenges across various programs and initiatives. And that could be security or IT operations use cases or modernization and mission objectives. And the Splunk Cloud FedRAMP service also meets U.S. persons requirements under ITAR. There's a 100% uptime SLA. But let's dive into some of the Splunk Cloud use cases. For public sector agency leaders who need to ensure the success of their missions, we offer a data to everything platform so they can drive confident decisions and decisive actions. Let's talk about FINRA, which is in the financial services space. A core aspect of what FINRA does is capture information from third-party threat intelligence sources. And then they transform that into information, and that's through scheduled searches and security alerts in Splunk Cloud. And with these alerts, FINRA is able to create immediate and actionable insights from third-party data. So let's take a look at this quote from the Senior Director in Information Security at FINRA. Splunk Cloud gives you applications that let you get huge amounts of value from their data. So again, they were able to transform that third-party threat intelligence information. They were using apps for log centralization and correlation, and then also compliance and governance, which is big in the public sector and financial services space. Now let's take a look at the city of Los Angeles. The challenges that they were having, which is a list of them, is the IT security team was understaffed. They had dispersed log capturing capabilities, minimum use of the collaboration tools. There was no incident management platform. There was no integrated threat intelligence program. There was no situational awareness, and there was just an imbalance in the ability or the capability to respond. Let's take a look at the quote from the Chief Information Security Officer at the City of Los Angeles. As the number and sophistication of risks increase, our cloud-based Splunk solution levels the playing field by making our security team more effective. So with Splunk Cloud, they were able to prompt responses to cyber threats with real-time situational awareness, a good quick time to value. They were already having these challenges, so they needed to get value from their data. And then timely intelligence sharing with other parts of law enforcement, and then also reduce total cost of ownership. Because again, you don't have to manage that back end. You can get immediate value, and over time that makes sense than actually implementing it yourself. Before I end the presentation, I would just like to let you know that if you would like to play around with Splunk, there is a free online cloud trial on Splunk.com, along with a free download if you wanted to put it on your laptop, desktop, or server. And then also our Splunk Fundamentals 1 training is free for everyone. And if you are a member of the service, we also offer Splunk Fundamentals 2 for all our veterans, and you can find out more information at veterans.splunk.com. And I would like to thank you for taking the time to view this presentation.